Well, there you go.
There you go.
I got to tell you, like when we were here talking earlier, Laura, I was like, I thought there would have been more people here, but now I feel like a whole bunch of people showed up during the first period.
Yeah, well, I mean, the roads aren't great out there, so that could have delayed them a little bit. But yeah, it's nice to see all the people in the stands.
Yeah, and
good game.
They're certainly not being disappointed. At least
No.
the Sting fans are not being disappointed.
Oh my gosh!
Just with the last few seconds of this game, the Belleville is
yeah.
making it 3-0 right now.
Love it.
Yeah,
loving it. And shots. I mean, even the shot clock.
Yeah,
it's not like we're completely outnumbered out there. So.
Yeah, well, 13-9. I mean, the Sioux have got to be frustrated right now because they're looking at that shot clock going,
100%.
Why haven't we got one in there?
Yeah, they're probably debating whether or not they're going to make a goalie change in the second period.
I would think that's probably a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, it would be one I'd be having for sure. Yeah.
But I mean, we made some good predictions out there about the aggression that we're going to see in this first period, and I don't know, did the Sioux bring it first or did we?
I don't know. I can tell you I'm not okay with that last 5 minutes there with the 2-on-1 on Fielak in the back of the net there. I was not feeling that too well. Well, but I mean, it's to be expected.
But we killed the penalty on that, right?
100% we did, yeah.
So I think that sort of sends I mean, I don't know. That was a debatable one. It was a hard hit. Was it? Yeah, okay.
I have a soft spot for Zach.
Right. Okay.
So I take it a little personal when you hit my boys.
Yeah, I hear you. Jay Peckham, text me. Tell me what you think. I know he's watching it home and 100%. He's going, WTF, I guarantee.
There was no call on that play, and I'm kind of questioning that. But you know what? Zach can hold his own, too. So
that's true. Well, and that's a good point out there, Laura. The Sarnia Sting are holding their own out there. Like I say, even a 5-minute penalty kill, that's really strong for the Sarnia Sting. And it sends the message back to the Sioux that says, you're not pushing us around.
It also sends the sign to the Sioux that you're not going to get under our skin. We're not going to take crappy penalties. We're not going to get coaxed into this bullshit call.
That's fine. You can say it. It's the internet.
Bullshit calls. we're not going to be goaded into it, right?
Jay's probably going. He doesn't let me say that. I would do that to Jay, right? So now he's going to be after me.
I didn't know you had one of those. That's good to know.
I got a bunch.
A few moments later.
There you go. I got.
That's good to know.
What else do you want? I got the goal in there and everything.
There you go. There you go.
You should have been around when my wife heard me programming all that. She's like, "What are you up to?"
Yeah.
So really good. Hey, there's Dave. They brought it out there, and I think the Sting, like you just said, you're not getting under our skin.
No.
We're not allowing this to happen.
We're not playing that kind of game.
We're here to play hockey. And
That's
honestly,
right.
from the games, I didn't get to see them all while they were on the road, but the ones I was able to, they seem to have been sending this message throughout all these last 5 wins that they've had.
They've really showed a very disciplined team in the last 5 games, and that makes a big difference. You can't let them get understood. They can push you around. They can do what they want to do as long as you keep your grind. We don't want to be pushed around, obviously, but at the same time, we don't want to take crappy penalties.
We got to push back a little bit.
Exactly,
too, right?
That's right. To a point.
Let's talk about the leadership on this team. The new players that have come in here. Do you think that's part of what's happened? Like not just the skill out on that ice, but have they brought some leadership skills onto this?
I don't know. Did you happen to catch Sasha? I call him Pasta. Sasha. I can't say his last name, so I just call him Pasta. Did you catch his interview? He did an absolutely phenomenal interview this week with OHL.
No, I didn't. I saw a glimpse of it going by. I haven't had a chance to watch
I mean, it just speaks phenomenal to what kind of a person he is and what he's saying is going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
They're not just a team on the ice. Yeah, he's fairly new to the team, but like he says, it feels like a family. You're brought in, and when you click, and it makes a difference.
Well, we talked about that earlier about having the right vibe on a team. Sometimes you move to another team, and then all of a sudden it works. Well, let's talk about the lineups out there. When we first saw like Ty Voigt playing with some of the new players, all of us Ty was really playing well, and kind of like I wanted to see more consistency from him, but he was playing well. But then all of a sudden, some of these new players show up. They put him on a line together, and now you see him more. And well, I mean, look at the goals that happened out here tonight. Like Cooper Way showing up there. Like I posted, yes way.
I saw that. Yeah,
and that's true. Like some other players all of a sudden bring out the strengths
in
of
others.
the other players that maybe weren't shining as much before.
Absolutely. I think we have a good team. We have good leadership on our team. Nolan Dillingham, phenomenal man.
Yeah,
great guy.
Leadership there.
Yeah, Nolan Burke, same thing. Great guy. And I think they bring a lot of knowledge and a lot of skill to the team. And, it's really nice to them passing on because those two boys are not going to be back next year.
Yeah.
They're OAs, so they're moving on, and best of luck to them when they go. But in the meantime, they've got to pass that down. That's part of leadership is passing that down so that it does continue throughout the years. And I think we're going to see that. I think we're going to see that throughout the team.
And who do you think, okay, you brought it up, so who do you think we're going to see that from?
I think you're going to see Zach Fielak really, really step up. I think we're going to see a lot come from him. The other one I think we're going to see phenomenal stuff from is Sasha.
Yeah.
He's back next year, right? He's on no way.
I believe so,
year.
yeah.
Del Balbaluzzo.
There you go. I know. I'm glad I'm not I'm glad I am not Lee Cunningham.
I know, right? I said the same thing. I couldn't even imagine. I think we're going to see really, really good things from those guys for sure. Sure.
Let's talk about behind the bench there as well. We don't talk about the coaching very often, but this year and last, of course, we've seen Alan Letang come forth with a different bit of a coaching style than what we saw in the past, right? What would you say are his strengths as a coach out there?
You know what? Whatever he's doing is working.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know what's said in the dressing room and what's going on. But whatever he's doing is absolutely working. And especially since coming back from the gold medal game, that's got to be a huge boost too, right? You got him. You got Del Maso. You've got Benny here. So I mean it's promising, and I'm so excited to see where we're going to go, especially this year, but really excited about next year, to be honest.
Yeah. Because
obviously Alan's not afraid to make the moves he's got to make.
Well, and
to say what he's got to say.
That's kind of where I was leading to. He's straightforward. In a lot of the post-game press conferences, when we've had Letang on there, when asked a question, he just tells it like it is.
Yeah.
He just, I'll never forget one time he was asked, like, well, people were like, well, we've started this and that. Why didn't you put those strong players on? And he's like, because they weren't playing well.
Exactly.
And you don't get to go out there when somebody else has earned it for you. You've got to go out there and play it, and that's how you win.
I said the same thing to my boy a couple weeks ago. They played a team, and they won the game, and it is what it is. But like I said to him, you won the game, but not because you played better. It's just because they sucked worse than you.
Well,
right? So
that happens.
You got to say it like it is sometimes. You got to lay it out there,
Yeah, and but those, that's a good point. And I think that's kind of was leading to with Coach Letang is that you have to know when to have those hard conversations, and you've got to have them, and you've got to be able to walk away, I think sometimes, especially you're talking to young minds.
Yeah.
And how do they take that? It can be really hurtful sometimes, but you have to also be able to say it. But then you've got to be able to walk away and let those players process just what happened.
Yeah, and on the flip side, you can't walk away from 5 wins in a row and walk away from that with your head way up here. You still got a game to play.
That's right.
So you can't let that get in your head. You can't think, okay, like I think back to Mateo, like he's going back. They're starting playoffs on Saturday, and they're playing not a great team. They've got a great record against them. They've won every game. But like I said to him, it's a whole different game when it comes down to it. It's still another game.
Yeah.
And
Don't get complacent.
You can't base your game tomorrow on last week.
That's right.
You got to come out and play still. So let's hope that the next 20 are as good as the first 20 and that they keep going. Because if we keep playing the way we did in the first, we're good. We just can't let up.
Well, but again, the Sioux having that conversation. Hey guys, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah.
They knew coming to town here tonight that
Not
they were up
an easy
against a tough team like the Sarnia Sting.
Yeah, it won't be an easy one.
They've got to be trying to figure out again, looking at that shot clock. We'll come back to that in a moment. But
for sure.
Next to us here, the Farmers of Ontario are here, and they're supporting the Talk for Mental Health. And
important.
I've got this card here. Mental health affects us all, right?
That.
And
it really does.
And they talk about mental health in the farming community as well, and how I wouldn't have popped into my mind to think, but it's mental health really is. They gave me this cool.
Yeah, I was going to say there really is a stigma almost on the mental health. It's something that people kind of want to put into a box that you fit into it or you fit into it. And in all honesty, all ages, all walks of life, mental health is a huge thing.
For sure.
And like you said, there is absolutely no shame in asking for help.
I think a lot of times we bring that up and mental health and suicide, and we automatically think young people.
Something, yeah.
Young people, right?
You almost tag
everybody.
it to something. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm certainly not no young chicken, and I will 100% admit that I
you're younger
struggle.
than me, so you're okay.
I struggle every day. Yeah. So.
Well, and the numbers are 1 in 5 is what they say is affected by mental health, but I prefer to say it's 5 in 5 because whether you are yourself or not, you know somebody who
That's
is.
right.
And that also can affect us as well. So 5 in 5 really is the realistic number.
I mean, in all reality, the 1 in 5 is the one that's being reported, right? There are so many out there that are not being reported, that are not asking for help because, it's that stigma. But like you said, the 5 in 5 is probably much more realistic.
I'm involved with something called Sarnia Sings as well, and that was started a few years ago by my good friend Adam Dumont, and that is to raise money to support mental health awareness in our community as well. So it definitely shows that we're talking about it more,
and
which is great.
Keep talking about
but we got to
it.
keep going. And
Absolutely.
Bell Let's Talk Day, it's great. That's one day, but we need to continue with it every day.
Absolutely. It's a 365 day a year.
100%.
Type of thing, for
okay,
sure.
well, back now. Let's talk about what do you think now? The Sioux, like we said, I mean, 13 shots on goal to their
great.
9.
Not great.
What do you think the conversation is, and what do you think it's going to look like them coming out?
I won't be surprised if we see, like I said, a change in goal. I won't be surprised if we see a change in goalie there. But I wouldn't imagine the coach had any relatively flowery, nice things to say. I know I would.
Flowery?
I don't know. I'm trying. I don't want you to push that button, Dave.
Right.
No, I can imagine they had quite the chat back there, but I think we'll see a different team coming out here in the second period for sure.
Yeah.
With the Sault Ste. Marie, but I'm excited to see how second period goes because we are a second period team in all reality.
Well, we have been for most seasons that I've been here, and I don't know why that is.
Yeah. So that's our best.
But
period.
that has changed as far as how we start things off. And now, take the second period.
Like I said, we just got to keep going, right? We can't let up. I know we're up 3 goals, but that doesn't mean you relax and take it easy,
going.
right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Vertical pedal on the right. Keep it down. That's what I like to say.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. The Sting will be back out in the ice again shortly. And, of course, we'll be back one more time. My friend Laura's going to join me. And then we'll have the post-game press conference. Thanks for watching, everybody. As always, I'm David Burrows with the Sarnia Sting live from the concourse. And tonight, my friend Laura Domingos. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go Sting, go!